Hello and welcome back to Sherwood Park Toyota. Today we're looking at a Toyota Highlander XLE Hybrid in the color black. Let's take a look. Starting up front, underneath the hood, you will find the gas component of the hybrid energy system. It is a 2.5-liter four-cylinder engine, automatic transmission, gets up to 243 horsepower, 175 pound-foot of torque, towing capacity up to 3,500 pounds. Up front, you've got LED headlights, custom daytime running lights, fog lights down below, and you have that blue Toyota Hybrid logo. Onto the side, you've got 18-inch alloy wheels. Then on your front doors, you will find your all-wheel drive badge. Side mirrors include integrated turn signals and blind spot monitoring. And if you look at either one of your front handles, you'll find these double lines. We'll talk about those guys more on the driver's side. Heading back, all your rear windows come with factory tinting, and up top we have silver roof rails. Now on the back of the unit, you have both your hybrid and your XLE trim level badges. Left-hand side down below is the hybrid badge, and then underneath of the rear logo is the backup camera. To open up your cargo space, reach under the logo and press the button, and it should automatically rise itself up for you. Inside, we have, of course, both the second and third row seating. Both of these have 60-40 splits on the left-hand side, so the smaller sections to the left, larger sections here to the right. If you want to lay any one of these four quadrants down flat, like we have this section right here, you can do so by releasing the handle in the top outside corner of the seat. For your third row occupants, they have access to plenty of their own cup holder and storage spaces. You'll also notice these little silver tie-down hooks in any one of the four corners. These guys can be used to further secure your cargo load. Now, across the back of the dedicated floor space and the back of the third row seats, you have this cargo space rubber mat liner, and it is specifically Highlander badged and fitted specifically for this space. This guy has two jobs. First off, helps protect your vehicle from damage from the cargo. It is this nice durable rubber which is going to help provide extra layering and a bit of insulation. It also has this texturing that you can see all over the mat itself, which helps to prevent things from moving around too much when you're actually out and on the road. Secondly, it helps to keep your space clean, so you can easily pick this up and remove it out of the space. It's simply attached to the back of the seats using a few different little Velcro spots. You can take it out and simply shake or rinse any dirt or debris off so that things don't cling to the interior that likes to stick to every little piece of dust. Across the back here, we actually have your interior cargo cover. This guy installs into these little portholes you can see above the cup holder spaces in the third row area. It stretches all the way across the back here, and then you can extend it outwards, lock it into place with these little hooks, and it helps to keep private any goods you keep stored below so that nobody can look in through your windows and see what goods you have stored. There is also specifically storage space for this accessory underneath of this little false floorboard that we'll see here in just a minute. So on the right hand side, you do have this little wall panel. Through here is where you're able to access your hybrid battery. Then if you're looking for your tire kit, look down underneath the mat, you'll find this little fabric strap. Lift this guy upwards, and everything you need is accessible through this space. You have your tools on the left, then on the right you have this little porthole. This is how you're able to access your spare, and there are instructions with a little diagram here in the back. Now across the back you'll find these two little holes. This is where you're able to install your interior cargo cover underneath of the floorboards all the way across the back. The space is made specifically for this use, so that way if you have this installed inside and you want to take it down, because if you have it installed across the back, you can't have your third row occupants sitting in there, as it will be sitting right in front of their heads, which is a safety risk. So if you want to take it down and you don't want it just sitting down here taking up floor space, you can tuck it underneath of the floorboards and keep it stored there until you're ready to take it out and use it again. To close up your space back here, there is the optional kick sensor. You can also reach up to the handle on the right hand side or just press the electronic button right next to it. Next, let's go take a look at the inside. Inside, your interior upholstery is the black Softex leatherette. It is black stitching here, and you do have a little bit of texturing on the seats. In between the two sides, you have access to a folding down armrest / cup holder. You can easily pop this guy up and away if you want to increase your seating capacity. Then, looking forward on the back of your front row seats, you have the pouch storage. Back of the console is where you have your third zone air conditioning control panel. So this allows for your second and third row occupants to control their own fan speed, mode, and temperatures. This can be controlled from up front. We'll see that when we get up there. Down below is where you have your charger ports, and currently we have the Highlander rubber mats installed inside the units. On the side of the seats, you'll find some adjustments. So this allows you to move your seats around. You can see some of the little diagrams on there. It either allows you to adjust the seats back and forth for comfort purposes, for cargo needs, or to fold them up quickly and move them out of the way so that you can get quick, easy access to the third row for any occupant needs, as there is no middle space to crawl through. Inside your door here is where you have all of your storage spaces. You've got your power window control there, and then you have your built-in sunshades. This guy pops up, rolls all the way up to the top, and then locks into place. That helps to keep the sun out of people's eyes without taking away from their view. Just as easily, you can undo this guy, roll him back down, and it's meant to go completely flush into your door frame. Backing into these double lines, these guys indicate keyless entry. So if you have the key fob on your person, you can tap your hand on the symbol or inside the handle to lock or unlock your units. Inside the driver's door, power windows here for both front and back. You've got your window lock, power lock system, and side mirror controls. Up front, you have electronically adjustable seating, back, front, up, down, and lumbar support. Then hood and gas release on the bottom left-hand corner of the dash. On top of that, you've got a little storage compartment. Then you have the controls for the power trunk release, heated steering wheel, and automatic headlamps. All the way up top, you have your odometer trip and the dash brightness. Looking at your steering wheel here, first off, it is a black leather steering wheel with black stitching like your seats. Left-hand side, controls there are for your dash display. Then you have your hands-free communication and volume control. Right-hand side, radio controls on the bottom, adaptive cruise control up top, which includes both sonar and lane departure. In the middle is your infotainment display screen. This is where you go to access much of the information about your daily driving experience. Right now you're looking at the optional navigation, which you can choose to connect through Toyota Connected Services. Then audio listening, AM, FM, and satellite radio. Full Bluetooth connectivity includes Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, and there's optional USB adapters throughout. Then phone connectivity via Bluetooth for your device. You would also use this for hands-free communication. You've got a couple things in here, so vehicle alert, you have your trip info, climate display, so this includes for the front, back, and additional options, which is Eco Heat Cool and Rear Windshield De-icer. You also have your energy flow chart, so you might be familiar with this if you are familiar with lots of Toyota hybrids. A lot of them have this in them these days, so this shows you in real time as different components of the hybrid system communicate with each other in real time. Of course, the vehicle is parked and not moving, so there's not a whole lot going on, though it will kick in occasionally even when you're parked, just to make sure that the battery continues to have its charge. But this is really cool to keep an eye on when you're actually out and about in traffic, stopping and going, and you're taking advantage of that rejuvenating hybrid battery, the self-charging, and it will show you as things happen. You also have this little blue gauge here, which allows you to see how charged up your battery currently is. Underneath this, all the way at the bottom, is all of your settings. So this is everything from personal profile, Bluetooth information, Wi-Fi display, dealer info, apps, etc. Volume controls on the bottom left-hand corner, climate control center in the middle. Dual climate control up front means you can either choose to have your temperatures synced up, or if you want to turn off the sync, then things can function independently from one another. You can also choose to control your rear climate, and even have the rear sync to the front. You can turn it off, control it for them, all sorts of options to make sure that everyone's comfy at all times. Defrost for front windshield, rear windshield, side mirrors, and then the defrost for your rear windshield wiper blade. Trust me, this guy is really useful here in the cold Canadian winters, so that your windshield wiper is moving when you need it to be. On each side, we also have 3 levels for heated seat controls, so this is for both driver and front passenger. Underneath is your 4-ways, to the left is your push start ignition. You got the storage space that goes the whole way across your front dash. You got a little divider on the right-hand side, which just makes sure if you put an item on one side, you're not going to have it accidentally slide all the way out of reach to the other side. On the left, we also have this wireless charging pad here. So it's got little bumpers along the backs and sides, as well as having a built-in tray for this whole storage space. So your phone will be nice and secure when you have it popped into this charging port. And having this feature also means you're never going to have to worry about having charging cords in your vehicle. Though, of course, if that's your preference, you do have the charger ports aplenty down below. Additional little storage cubby to the left-hand side of that. You've got your cup holder spaces, gear shift, drive modes, so you have Eco, Normal, and Sport. Then you have your parking brake and parking hold, traction control, EV mode, and trail mode. In the back is the console, so you push this button in and slide it backwards. Got a little tray inside, and then deeper storage within as well. Then you can't see it at this angle, but there is a 12-volt adapter on the front end all the way down at the bottom there. Underneath of your storage cubby, there is a lockable glove box. Up overhead on the rearview mirror, 1, 2, and 3 dots. These guys are garage door openers. Then you have your sunglasses compartment, SOS button, overhead lighting controls, and the controls up there for your moonroof. Thanks again, folks, for joining us on this full video tour of this Toyota Highlander XLE Hybrid in the color black. It is located here at Sherwood Park Toyota at 31 Automore Road in Sherwood Park, Alberta. You can also reach us at 780-306-7703. And remember, life is full of choices. Let us be yours.